The fate of SNAP benefits for tens of millions of Americans is taking center stage as the government shutdown reaches day 29. Let's take a live look at Capitol Hill this morning, where senators failed to pass a spending bill on Tuesday. Nearly 24 states now joining the fight to keep the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, funded before it dries up in just 3 days. NewsNation's Tom Dempsey has the latest from Washington. Tom, good morning. What's at stake here for so many Americans out there who depend on SNAP?
Absolutely, Henna. Good morning from the Capitol. Look, the Senate has failed so far 13 times in voting to end the government shutdown, and now some very real-life concerns continue to grow from air traffic controllers working without a paycheck right now. They missed their first full paycheck just this week, and now federal SNAP benefits could run out by Saturday of this weekend. So, again, some very real-life concerns growing right now, and with this deadline now just days away, 22 states' attorneys general from Democrat-run states and Washington, D.C., plus 3 governors joined a lawsuit calling on the U.S. Department of Agriculture to use around $5 billion in contingency money to partially pay for SNAP benefits in November. But Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins told NewsNation directly that the easiest path forward starts with Democrats reopening the government, and they're pushing back.
We have exhausted every possible avenue. There is what has been reported is there's some money in a contingency fund, but our understanding is we don't have the legal authority. We're doing everything we can, but at some point it's going to run out, and we just have to vote yes to keep this government going.
Trump and his administration are willing to put more than 41 million Americans at risk of hunger, at risk of food insecurity, at risk of malnutrition, if it gives them a new play in their twisted political game.
And Henna, to dive a little bit deeper into some of these concerns, the weight of all this falls on more than 41 million Americans. That's how many people the USDA says SNAP served each month on average last year, helping roughly 1 in 8 Americans buy groceries. Many of them live below the poverty line and with children at home. The average benefit totals about $187 per month per person. And in 2023, the USDA reported that children made up 39% of all SNAP recipients. And this all comes as NewsNation saw big lines at the Capitol Food Bank in D.C. on Tuesday. Google searches for food banks also surged 400% over the last week and around 8 times the amount before the government shutdown. So again, some very real-life concerns out there with all this, Henna. And on another note, too, active duty military members will receive their paychecks this upcoming Friday. There were some questions going around about all that, but Vice President J.D. Vance saying the federal government will find the money to do that, but he didn't share exactly where that money will come from.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.